There we go. Adjust on my butt. This is uncomfortable. This is gonna be awkward to film. Alright. Hey, what's up, you guys? My name is Kat, and today I will be filming my April wrap-up and my May TBR. So before we get into that, I'm just going to make a quick apology for, not being on BookTube for like 2 weeks or something ridiculous. I've been busy with life, okay? Life happens. But I am very active on my Instagram account, or Bookstagram, because I only really post book things. It is Catherine's_books, and it's always linked down below if you want to check that out and keep up with my daily reading and book antics, self-promo all over the place. No shame. No shame. Getting into the April wrap-up and then the May TBR, we're just gonna start talking about books. The first book I read in April was The Start of Me and You by Emery Lord. This book was freaking wonderful, ladies and gentlemen. This is about a girl named Paige, and Paige, a year before this book takes place, her boyfriend actually died in this freak drowning accident, and since then she's kind of been known as the girl whose boyfriend died, and everyone's always really sympathetic to her, and she's just kind of over it. So she's come up with this 5-step plan to not be that girl anymore and to just move on and really accept what happened. And the 5-step plan is date a boy, attend parties, join a club, travel, and swim. Because ever since it happened, she's been terrified of swimming, understandably. But this book was just all in all wonderful. I gave it a full 5 out of 5 stars. If you like Jane Austen and things like that, this book is chock full of wonderful references. Personally, I haven't read Jane Austen, but I enjoyed it even without reading it. So if you've read Jane Austen, I'm sure you would absolutely love it. All in all, it was just a wonderful read, and I gave it a full-on 5 out of 5 stars. I adore Emery Lord. The second book I read in April was All the Bright Places by Jennifer Niven. I finished this in April. I read like half of it in March, and I read the last half in April. This book is kind of hard to explain. It's about a girl named Violet and a boy named Finch, and it's kind of about their story together, you know how it goes. But they meet on top of this tower at their school when they're both kind of thinking about what it would be like to jump off. So it kind of deals with different mental disorders like bipolar disorder and depression and things of that nature. So I don't know, it's kind of hard to explain. It was definitely a deep read. It was sad. I'm warning you, it's a sad one for sure. But I mean, all in all, it was pretty interesting. I think I gave this one like a 4 out of 5 stars, 3.5 out of 4. The one thing that bothered me is I got to the end and I thought it was really predictable in the end. And what bothered me about how predictable it was all of the characters in the book who are just really oblivious to what's going on. And to me, reading it, it was so obvious. Like, oh my god, how do you not see this? How do you not see what just happened here? But I don't know. I think I know a lot of people love it, and I know a lot of people hated it. So I'm right in the middle. I would recommend it, but it wasn't like my favorite thing ever. Moving on. This next book I read, I don't own because it was a library book. The next 2 books I read were both library books, so I don't have them with me, unfortunately. The first one was Marie Antoinette Serial Killer by Katie Allener, which I gave like a 3.5 out of 5 stars to. This book was kind of what you would think of from a book that's called Marie Antoinette Serial Killer. It's kind of about a girl whose name I forgot, unfortunately, who kind of goes to this really prissy private school, and all of her friends are like kind of rich and snobby, but she's actually there on scholarship, and she's not rich, but she does kind of fit into the snob category. But so none of her friends know that she's on scholarship, and this book is about them who, when they go on their whole class goes on a trip to Paris, and when they get to Paris, there's all these crazy murders going on, but no one knows who committed the murders, and our main character kind of gets sucked into all of the murders and trying to figure out what's going on. And yeah, craziness ensues, Marie Antoinette Serial Killer. It was interesting. I gave it 3.5 out of 5 stars. I thought it was okay. I didn't think it was anything special, but it definitely is a quick read. I wasn't expecting much from it, but it was okay. The fourth and final book I read in April was Pushing the Limits by Katie McGarry. This book wasn't my favorite either. It follows dual perspective from a boy named Noah and a girl named Echo. Echo is kind of dealing with, they're both in therapy. Echo because she was in this horrendous accident with her mother is bipolar. And they're kind of, I don't know, she's kind of dealing with this, and this horrendous accident happened to her, but she doesn't remember it because her mind's kind of blocked it out. So it's about her trying to remember, and then Noah, our other main character, is a foster child who is just trying to get his brothers back since they have been separated. So we follow both of their struggles and them trying to figure it out, and then while also kind of falling in love with each other. This book was okay. I thought it wasn't at all my favorite. I'm not into bad boy characters really at all. They're just not my thing. So I wasn't falling in love with him. Echo kind of annoyed me, so I didn't love anything about this book, but I thought it was decent. I liked it. I gave it like a 3.5 to 4 stars, so it was alright. Those are all of the books I read in April, so now we're just going to get into my May TBR, which consists of 6 books. Now, I have all 3 jar challenges to do because I didn't complete either of my 2 from April, so now I have 3 to do. Wow, I'm failing, but let's try to read all 3 of these. The first jar challenge is read a book you did not finish or DNF'd, and that is still Princess in Waiting by Meg Cabot. I swear I'm going to read it this month. I promise. I have to. We're not talking about it anymore. The second one is read a book that everyone has read but you. Last month I had Vampire Academy for this, but I tried to read that and I just didn't really love it. So I put it down and I'll continue with it another day, but I'm just not in the mood for it right now. So instead I picked up The Selection by Kira Cass. This book I don't know much about except that it's kind of like a dystopian bachelor, which sounds really intriguing, and I heard it's really fast-paced, so hopefully I'll get through this one really quickly. The next and final jar challenge is read a book to movie adaptation and watch that movie, and for that I picked a reread, and that is Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban by J.K. Rowling. I'm rereading this entire series because it's my favorite thing ever and I absolutely love it. So yeah, Harry Potter, and not much to say about this except it's amazing, and read it. If you've already read it, read it again. The next book I want to read this month is A Work in Progress by Connor Franta. This is Connor's memoir. If you don't know who Connor Franta is, he's a YouTuber. He's beautiful. He's amazing. And I love him. So yeah, we went to his signing and meet and greet in Cincinnati, and this is a signed, and we met him, and it's amazing. I think I'm going to do a whole separate video on meeting Connor Franta, or talk about it more in a different video. But yeah, it was amazing. He's so nice. I love him so much, and I cannot wait to pick this up. The next book I read is also a YouTuber book, and that is I Hate My Selfie by Shane Dawson. This one is also signed. Where it's signed, his signature is literally a squiggle. I didn't meet him, unfortunately, but I did get they had an autographed copy. But yeah, this is a collection of essays, but I just love Shane's sense of humor, so I can't wait to read this because I know this is going to be funny as hell. The last book I have here to read in May is Caleb and Kate by Cindy Martin-Newson-Coloma. I have absolutely no idea. I don't really know what this is about. I just randomly picked it up from the library because I thought it sounded kind of cute. This I may or may not read. I'm not sure yet, but I have it here to read in case I decide to. Yeah. Those are all of the books I read in April and want to read in May. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to subscribe so you can be notified when I upload a new one. Yeah, also make sure to like and comment if you've read any of these books, or if you love any of these books, or if you hated any of these books. Comment down below so we can chat and stuff. I don't know. Anyways, that is all for this video. I will see you guys next time. So, bye!